Yo, everyone, Andrew
And Gossip Guru.
here bringing you another video. Now, though this is 2 months late, we are going to be doing our top 5 favorite Disney movies. Now, there's going to be some rules to this video, so we might as well just set them down. First and foremost is that these are the straight cartoon animated Disney movies. No Pixar, no special CGI stuff. This is going to be the classic stuff that we grew up and we grew up and loved. I love. Is Toy Story Disney? No, that's straight Pixar. I think Tangled's Disney, isn't it?
Toy Story is Disney and Pixar.
Okay, is Tangled Disney and Pixar? Or is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tangled and Toy Story are two of my favorite animated kind of films to come out in the past few years, but we're not going to put it on there because it's just going to be straight Disney cartoon stuff. So you'll see things like Lion King, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Fantasia, stuff that falls within that category. So that's rule number one. Rule number two is that our lists are almost completely different. We have only one movie that we share between each other, and it's in the same exact spot. So what we're going to do for this video, and I didn't know we were actually going to do it this way until she finished her list. See, my list is just in my head, so I know exactly what I'm going to say.
You're just that good.
I am. I can make lists like crazy. You want me to do my top 10 favorite, I don't know, Slurpee favorites? I'll do it. Don't think I won't. But anyways, what we'll do is we'll go back and forth, and I'll say like my number 5, and then I'll say what I like about it, and then she'll comment about it if she has anything to say, and then she'll say her number 5, and then the same thing I'll comment on about it, what I have to say about it, why it wasn't on my list, or if I liked it at all. So that's another thing. Now this is going to be set for me in particular, but when I talk about these videos, I have 4 to 5 criterias for a Disney film for me to enjoy. Number one is characters, how well the characters are portrayed. Are they likable? Are they not likable? So on and so forth. Story, what I liked about the story, what I didn't like about the story. Story is important. So character, story, art, animation. The animation makes or breaks the can make or break the movie. So that's another one. And big one is music. The songs have to be good. There's a few Disney songs I have on my iPod, so songs are a criteria for me. I was gonna say Disney princesses, but nah, because some of my movies don't have. Well, one of them doesn't. We'll get to that when we get to that. I think. I'll ask you later if that person counts as a Disney princess because I don't think it does. Hold on. No? Okay. So one of mine don't have a Disney princess. So those are my criterias, okay? So are we good to jump into it?
We're good to jump
Yeah.
into this.
I was never a really big Disney fan, but she is the goddess of Disney. She loves that stuff like crazy. So we've been watching Disney films every once in a while, and we were really waiting on watching The Little Mermaid to get into this because it was the last video I had to watch. But anyways, we'll start with your number 5. So let me pull up your list. There we go.
Can you feel the love tonight? I chose The Lion King because of the music. Music in the Disney movies and in movies in general, but particularly Disney movies, is really important to me. And that had a great soundtrack. And also the art was strong. And the humor.
Excuse me.
When it came to like Rafiki, the monkey, and Timon and Pumbaa. What is it? The meerkat and
The
the
warthog.
warthog. They just kept you laughing. So, because of the music and because of the art and because of the humor, that's number 5 for me. But not number 1 because I think some storylines just stayed with me more so than The Lion King. But definitely makes my cut.
When it comes down to The Lion King, I think I liked The Lion King a lot more when I was a kid. It's not on my list. Don't worry. I think it's the number 3 spot that we share.
Don't worry, he
Don't
didn't
worry.
go there.
Um, but I think it was more that I liked Lion King more as a kid. When I look at it, some of the characters annoy me. Like Timon and Pumbaa, everyone loves them. I don't really care for Timon and Pumbaa. That's just me. I think they're kind of sketchy. They take this kid in and they like corrupt him. They force him to eat bugs. All just to save their own hide, and then use him as a tool against other animals that might want to kill him. But anyways, putting all that aside, I think the two things I liked most about from Lion King were Mufasa and Scar. Other than that, it never really appealed to me. So hey, at least it doesn't appeal to me now. But it's been a while since I watched it. Maybe we'll rewatch it, and my opinion could change. But for now, that's where I stand. On to my number five. And my number five would be none other than Under the Sea with The Little Mermaid. Now, see, The Little Mermaid is actually the last Disney movie that I watched. We just watched it a month ago or so. And I never really watched it in detail beforehand. Now, out of all the ones on the list, I think Little Mermaid had the most annoying music. I did not like the music at all in Little Mermaid. Like, I won't have any of those on the iPod. But what I did like about Little Mermaid were the characters. I thought the King Trident, what's his name?
King Trident.
I think out of all the borderline idiotic fathers in all Disney movies. But let's face it, each Disney princess's father is in some way either old, fat, or stupid. Out of all of them, I think King Trident was
Trident.
Trident.
Yeah.
It's not Trident. It's
No, that's
Trident.
dumb.
That's us.
Triton.
Well, Triton. Yeah, Triton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's a weapon that he wields.
yes.
Okay. What I wasn't. What was that saying? Trident?
Yes.
Oh, Triton. Anyways, um, I feel as though his motivations were genuine to the plot. And I also liked Ariel a lot. I thought her naiveness made her an appealing character. And particularly when they took her voice away, the animation, what they had to do for her to express emotion, express her thought patterns, I thought was very nicely handled. I didn't think I was gonna like Ariel. I thought she was just gonna be like sushi, but she turned out to be actually a surprisingly interesting character. Besides those two, I really Prince Eric was okay. I didn't mind him, but I didn't like the crab. I didn't like the villain. But the other stuff it balanced it out. So, boom, Little Mermaid. You're number four.
I'm gonna give my feelings on the Little Mermaid first.
Oh yes, I
Sweet
forgot.
deal. So, contrary to what my hubby to be feels, Sebastian's one of my favorite characters in the movie because he's funny, and I like humor in Disney movies. So, and I remember liking Flounder actually when I was
Oh, I can't
when
stand
I was
him.
a kid.
I
So,
could not.
I have to disagree with you a little bit on the characters.
That's fine, but I cannot stand him. I know you hate Ariel, but
No, I don't hate Ariel, but I also like the music in The Little Mermaid, but Little Mermaid didn't make any of my top five.
okay.
Okay, so my number four is The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Notre Dame.
um, something like that, because of the storyline primarily. I, I just the courage of the Hunchback and how he is going kind of unofficially going after this girl that's just she's not interested in him as more than a friend, but she never is like disrespectful to him about it. They're always friends throughout the story, and I just like it because of that. Even though there's no romantic chemistry, there's still peace between them, and they help each other out consistently through the movie. And he obviously has some different traits to him, but she always seems to see beyond those and just sees him as anyone else. And they're both also outsiders. He is, um,
Hunchback.
yeah, but what would his title be? Because he rings the bells.
The bellboy, I think. I don't think they had a specific name. The
Um,
the clock caretaker. I don't know if it.
I don't know what the if
And
he had a title, but
uh,
she would
she was a
he would ring the bell at like the
every hour.
chapel, and she was a
She was a
gypsy.
traveler.
She was a
Yeah,
gypsy.
gypsy traveler. What did
So
you
they were
want?
both different, kind of frowned upon for what they did, but they both had.
Well, he wasn't frowned upon what he did. I think they're okay with him ringing the bell.
Well, I
He
mean,
was
frowned
frowned upon
upon because
by,
of his
yeah,
appearance.
his
And she was
distorted
frowned
face.
upon, you could say she was frowned upon because of her appearance, because there was definitely a stereotype, and still is a stereotype,
Yeah, but
but
the bad guy
in the
wanted to get in
setting
her skirt.
of the movie,
I
there
don't
was a
think
stereotype around her.
I don't think there was much of a stereotype when it came down to her appearance. I think it came down to just the fact that she was gypsies.
That's what I'm saying.
Gypsies are often persecuted or discriminated. I think that's the thing. I don't think it was necessarily her. Were
I'm
you?
not saying her appearance, I'm saying he was discriminated against because of his appearance and
Yeah.
because of his standing in society, and she was discriminated against because of her standing in society.
Okay. I thought you were talking about her the undertones of sexuality that comes from her.
Her costuming was definitely stereotypically gypsy, but
Okay. My thoughts on Hunchback. I really like this movie. If I had a number six spot, it'd be Hunchback of Notre Dame. I thought the story was very well done. I liked the three main characters, the Trinity, for lack of a better term. There, the captain, the gypsy Esmeralda, and the Hunchback. Which was what was the Hunchback's name again? Oh,
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo. There we go. I thought the characters were all well done, well portrayed. The music was good, especially that Hellfire song. The villain was a great villain. Um, I thought it was overall a good film. I really did like the atmosphere. The scenery was nice. The artistic direction was nice. The only thing, and I think it was the only thing that kept me from putting it higher on my list, other than the fact that um, Ariel came off as such a good character, was I did not like the gargoyles. I thought they were forced. I thought their comedy was stupid. I didn't really care for them. I thought the gargoyles were just there as comic relief, but it wasn't good comic relief. Say I can say what I want about Timon and Pumbaa. I do not like Timon and Pumbaa, but at least for the functionality of comical relief, they did their job. The gargoyles didn't. The gargoyles just tweaked me the wrong way, and I never knew if they were real or just a mindset that he had. Well, I know they were real, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, on to my number four, which would be. See, I don't have it written down. I have it right here. My number four would be Sleeping Beauty. Let's talk a little Sleeping Beauty here, shall we? Here's the things about Sleeping Beauty that I like. One is the artistic direction is really good. So different than most other Disney movies. I really do like the way that they use coloring, the way that they use the lines and the definition, the facial features, and the hair and stuff. Uh, the bad guy. Oh, what was her name? What was her name? The devil-looking girl. I
I don't
forget.
remember the witch's name.
Yeah, I forget the witch's name, but I really thought she was a great villain. Yeah, look it up while I'm talking. Sorry, that sounded kind of rude, but it's going to be bothering me until I figure out. Um, so I thought the main villain was pretty good. What I liked is I liked that the Disney Prince Philip, wasn't a dumbass. He was a legitimate character that actually did something. He wasn't just Maleficent. Maleficent. That
Maleficent.
Maleficent. That was her name. Um, I thought Prince Philip actually was an important character. It wasn't like the random prince that we never got a name in Snow White or the prince from Cinderella that really didn't do anything. Prince Philip was the one that killed Maleficent. How do you say her name?
Maleficent.
Maleficent. Oh, what a it's a great name, but the fairy godmothers were very well portrayed. I thought they were the main characters in the bunch. Um, I thought it was interesting that the title character, Sleeping Beauty, Princess Aurora, right? It was
Hmm.
Aurora. she really had like 3 lines of dialogue. She didn't do much at all during the film. She
She
was a,
slept.
yeah, that's the thing. But her character really didn't get any development in the beginning, and at the end, she was just kind of married off in a shotgun wedding. But on a whole, I thought the only thing that I think hurt this is I didn't care for the music that much. I thought it was better than Little Mermaid. The ballads were nice. There were not really any songs. Well, not ballads. The instrumentals that we used were nice. I don't know if you could say ballads for those, but there weren't any like songs. But this was before Disney started going up and did
This
like,
is an older movie,
yeah.
so.
I think Snow White had some vocals, a lot of vocals, but Snow White was also, that is not a movie that you'll see on my list. Snow White's voice annoyed the living crap out of me. Um, but yeah, Sleeping Beauty was just really good, and I did like the characters. I like the villains. I like Prince Philip. The villain what's her name?
Maleficent.
Maleficent. I really liked how she was just evil. Like she would show a vision of his future, Prince Philip, and say, "I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna let you wait, and she's gonna wake up, and then I'll set you free when you're old, and she won't want you." I mean, that's cruel and evil. Very nicely done. So I liked the thing that stood out to me the most was the art style. I thought the art style was really good. And as a comical trio, I thought the fairy godmothers were very well handled, especially for the time when things were a lot more simplistic.
Okay, there's one pretty significant scene that I think you left out that I thought you were definitely going to hit upon.
What?
So I'll give you the opportunity to address it in a second. But I thought you would have totally talked about when Prince Philip was fighting the dragon to
Oh,
get
I said that. I said he
Sleeping
kicked.
Beauty.
I said he kicked her ass, and he went all King Arthur, Legend of Zelda with his special sword and pierced her heart, and then teabagged her afterwards.
Okay, well that was risque, but I guess I did miss that. Anyway, I knew before you saw that you were gonna like that scene.
Of course, it's badass. It was a dragon fight.
So for me, Sleeping Beauty didn't do much. I do like the fairy godmothers, but that's kind of about it. I wasn't crazy about the movie overall. One thing that did stand out to me that was kind of cute is at the end of the movie when Princess Aurora is dancing with Prince Philip, the fairy godmothers keep changing the color of her dress with their magic wands from pink to blue and vice versa. So I thought that that was I thought that that was cute and clever,
Inside joke.
um,
So
but yeah, not a lot to say about Sleeping Beauty.
I guess we'll move on to our number three, which is surprisingly the same one, and that will be,
Okay, so A Tale as Old as Time, of course. Beauty and the Beast.
yes, Beauty and the Beast is both our number threes. I guess I'll go first because I am the Andrew and I am awesome. Wrestling reference, so you can get it. Anyways, Beauty and the Beast. I thought Beauty and the Beast had a solid plot, well paced. The songs were really good. Um, Belle is Belle, right? Not Bella. It's Belle, right?
It's Belle.
Okay, we're not doing Twilight here.
No.
Okay, Belle I thought was a pretty good lead. Not the best Disney princess. Um, but what I liked about Belle is that she wasn't so superficial as some of the other Disney princesses. Like, all the Disney princesses talk about their Prince Charming and how he has to be beautiful and he's great. And she falls for the beast for who he was, not because he had tons of money, although he did, or the fact that he was incredibly attractive, which once the curse was removed, he was. She liked him
Hubba hubba.
despite the fact, she liked him as the beast. Which you can say what you want, but I don't see Cinderella settling down with a little peasant dude or like an ugly pirate. No, because she's superficial. Um, but yeah, I thought that her as the lead character was good. Gaston was a great villain. I liked Gaston. And I even like the little furniture that talked and the candles and stuff. I thought that the smaller cast was nice. The visuals, the art styles were gorgeous. And I thought it did a good job at the opening with the stained glass window telling the story. A great way to give us exhibition in what the story is about without having to give us 20 minutes of the actual exhibition. It gave us the story that we needed to know. Evil witch cursed the. Well, no, I don't know if she was evil, but witch cursed the prince. Prince was too vain, became the beast. Has to get his first love kiss. Blah blah blah. Before the petals fall down. Forget the exact terms. I didn't know if they had to shag or get married or just kiss, but um, and then he dies or he's cursed that way, so on and so forth. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are I agree with the fact that I think it's nice how she was able to fall in love with the beast's um, personality and inner self as opposed to his outward appearance because she fell in love with him before he turned into Prince Charming.
Well, not Prince Charming, but
Well, all the princes are kind of unofficially dubbed that.
except for Prince Philip and Prince Eric and
They're all
Aladdin.
like, but they're all under the category of
So it's like
Prince
Disney
Charming. I
Princess,
mean, not
Prince Charming.
Aladdin. Aladdin just kind of, he never has the title of prince.
Prince Ali,
That's a
fabulous.
lie though.
No, it's not because
He's not a prince.
he wished to become a prince. The wishes are infallible. He becomes a prince. Now, whether
No.
or not he takes over a kingdom or a kingdom sprouts out of nowhere and these people are just suddenly alive, he is a prince. He is Prince Ali, handsome as he, Ali Ababa.
Okay, agree to disagree on
You could
that.
agree to be wrong because he's clearly
But
Prince Ali, Ali
no.
Ababa, Alababu, as Jafar calls him,
Anyways,
Abubu.
and I also liked the china ware, like Chip, the little teacup, and his mother, and the candelabra Lumiere,
The French dude.
the clock. I can't remember all their names, but I liked the kitchenware. They were a nice little addition.
We're gonna have to rewatch that movie because we skipped it when we were doing that
It's
Disney
been
Fest.
years since I've seen it, but I will say that I try not to miss the live action performance of it when I go to Disney World. It's just a favorite of my Disney movies, obviously. And you made a good point when you were talking about Beauty and the Beast,
I did.
how typically witches are dubbed as evil in movies, but in this one where she didn't have a welcoming look to her, she did kind of do the Beast a favor.
Hmm.
Um,
I don't know. Maybe she was. Yeah, I mean, she.
I mean, she made him more human by turning him into a beast.
Oh, that's very deep.
So, I know.
Okay. So I guess we can move on to your number two.
Beauty and the Beast is lovely. Okay, I've got my list. Okay, so I can't pull out a song because I can't think of any songs from it offhand, but I've picked The Fox and the Hound for number two. It's just a precious storyline. It might or might not make me get a little emotional, but it's just kind of a classic story of two friends and how the fox and the hound and how their different callings, I guess, put them at odds, but what it all comes down to is they're friends from the start, so they're going to be friends for life regardless of the circumstances that they're in. I mean, I encourage you to see this movie because of the storyline, but the hound obviously is a hunting dog, and the fox would be the prey. So when it comes time for the fox to be hunted down by the hound, that definitely creates some tension, but they are ultimately friends and they find ways around what makes them different.
Oh, way to spoil the movie. Now they know the
Well,
ending.
no, that didn't.
You
Re-
said that they
that didn't.
ultimately become friends. What if someone
No, they
expected.
remain friends.
Yeah, but what if someone expected the hound to, like, hunt down the fox and rip his head off and go.
Anyway, I haven't revealed it all. I'm sorry if I've revealed too much, but I was trying to explain what aspect of the storyline I liked so much. So, it's just a true testament to friendship and growth in one's environment. So, it's just overall, it's cute. It's definitely tears at your heartstrings. You're emotional like me, but they're cute. You get to see the Fox and the Hound from babies to adults. Now you can comment, but I don't know if you've actually seen Fox
I
and the
have
Hound.
you maybe watched it before.
Alright, I made him watch it.
I didn't care for it. It was touching the overall arc they were doing. The characters I guess were likable. I just didn't care for it. Not my kind of movies. When I go to see a movie, I don't want to see sad movies. I don't want to see movies that are gonna tug at my heart because, well, I don't, because I don't want to be put like it's. Some people have certain things that they like and they don't like. Some people like horror because they like the not necessarily the good feeling that they get from it, but the adrenaline rush or the high that they get from being scared. Some people don't. Some people love the emotional stuff that comes with the sadness. I don't like sad stuff. I don't mind emotional stuff, loving stuff. I thought the friendship was cute, but I don't like sad stuff because I don't want to be sad. But yeah, it was a good movie. It was just not my kind of movie. What?
Anyway, you're number two.
Oh, my number two. Close to being number one, but number two would have to be none other than Aladdin. Oh, Aladdin. Fantastic music. Great art. Characters, awesome. I think the only character I didn't really care for was Jasmine. I liked Aladdin. I liked Jafar. I liked the genie. I liked the monkey. I even liked the damn carpet that tied the room together. Jasmine's the only one that didn't grow on me. I'm not saying she was bad. Just didn't really care for her. And it was just a well done story. I think the music was the thing that just won me over with it. What I The only thing I don't like about it is I felt as though Abu Ghraib, is it? Um, where are they from? What's the kingdom known as? I forget. The kingdom,
Ababa? I don't know.
huh?
Is it Ababa?
No, I forget. The kingdom that they're from, it felt a little empty. Like we saw some commoners here and there, but it just felt a little empty. Maybe it was just to the fact that I don't know. The TV show helped build up the atmosphere, but um, it was very well done and a great climax. It was just so well paced with the acts, and a very touching ending. Very tug at your heart ending, where where Aladdin keeps his promise to give that last wish to the genie, to help the genie out, and it was very well done. Like I said, I have Prince Ali, and You Never Had a Friend Like Me on my iPod. Prince Ali is my one of my favorite Disney songs. I think it's tied for my favorite. Uh, just really good. That's all she wrote. Well,
I,
it's not all she wrote, but you know what I mean. It was a fantastic.
I like Aladdin because of the genie,
She likes
Robin Williams.
she is one of her favorite comedians.
Yeah. And I just thought the genie was a genius character. I mean,
Broke the fourth
you can't
wall a
count
lot.
you can't count the number of impersonations that he did in that film, and each of them were pretty spot on. That's just how Robin Williams rolls. But he's definitely my favorite character. Music is good in Aladdin. Um, the magic carpet. Magic carpet.
I'm glad the magic
A lot
carpet
is
man.
owed to the magic carpet. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have a lot to say about Aladdin. I enjoy Aladdin, don't get me wrong, but I don't have a lot to comment on other than the genie's impersonations and when I was little because for some reason I feel like I have to take certain things from my childhood and bring it into this review, but when I was little and probably still do have it somewhere, but I had a plastic um, genie lamp and rubbed it and opened it and there was the genie with little phrases inside, but I might or might not have a little bit believed in the bottle when I was young, but yeah.
Time for your number one.
Okay.
Chris Gotham Guru's number one movie for Disney would be.
Mulan. First and foremost, because of the music. I happen to
Let's
be.
get to business. Is it that?
It's
I forget.
Christina Aguilera. I like the music overall is fun. I mean, it's got early Christina Aguilera, My
Mr.
Reflection,
Oh,
and
like a man.
it's got 90 degrees in it.
Let's face it, we all know where you're going with this. We all know what
No,
your
we're
number.
going with I like the tunes. It's the pop music that I grew up with
Oh, but
in
I know
the
the
late
one.
90s, early 2000s. But no, I like the storyline. I mean, it's a
There's one
strong.
character in
Come on
particular you
now.
like.
Come on now. It's a strong female character in
It is
Mulan.
very much so, but there's one character you like a little bit more.
Okay. Apparently, this isn't my
I'm sorry.
commentary. But no, I like Mushu. I mean, this should be no surprise because I've liked all of the comics in the movies thus far, but Mushu's my favorite in the movie. Eddie Murphy. Off subject a little bit, I also like Eddie Murphy in Shrek as the donkey, and he should do a donkey movie. But
That's DreamWorks, right?
yeah, DreamWorks. But yeah, Mushu's funny. I think his character is perfect for the movie because I mean, at one point he turns huge, but for the most part he's a wee little dragon, but he has a lot of power inside of him.
Would you say Mushu is the cutest of the anthropomorphic animals? If I put a gun to the head of Mushu or the teacup from Beauty and the Beast, who would you tell me to shoot?
This is just getting violent like that.
Please, Disney is
No,
one of the
I
most.
prefer Mushu is definitely I don't know if I want to dub him a Disney character because
Yes, he
he's
is.
in a Disney movie, but he's not like something you see like a lot of collectibles
Well,
of.
but he's a Disney character. He's a talking freaking.
Yeah, but he's not. I don't know how to
To be fair,
phrase
you
it,
don't
but
see a lot of collectibles of Mulan. I mean, as good as the movie it may or may not have been, it wasn't as polarized as Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty, or Lion King or Aladdin. When you talk about like the mid '90s, those were the four that stood out the most. I think. Actually, wait, no. Um, Little Mermaid was 1989, wasn't it? I think so. Yeah. So, anyways, continue.
Mushu is
The shits.
yeah. And one of the lines that stood out to me, the art is pretty fabulous. I mean,
Especially those mongrels with gout.
I
Did you
think
notice their eyes
it's
were always yellow?
I think it's like maybe a little extreme the way the ancestors are drawn, but like in the scenes where she's in her family's garden and stuff like that with the cherry blossoms, I think that's pretty. But I like one of the scenes towards the end of the movie, and yes, I'm sorry if you haven't seen Mulan because I'm about to reveal a line, but um, when at the end of the movie when I can't remember his name, but
Who?
the
The commander? The dad?
yeah, the commander, I guess,
Oh.
comes back
Mr. I'll make a
to
man out of
see
you.
he comes back to see Mulan, and Mulan invites him to the family dinner. She's like, "Would you like to stay for dinner?" And the grandmother is like, "Would you like to stay forever?" It's just cute. The grandmother obviously had the hots for the commander, just as Mulan did.
Dude. Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways, it's a beautiful movie, art wise and story wise, and I just thought it was a pretty stellar soundtrack. Okay, so
Stellar.
proceed.
It's because you're a fangirl of Christina Aguilera.
I think she was the right artist to choose for one of the main tracks, and she has a strong voice. That
Okay,
was like
okay. We
that,
get
no,
it.
I mean that was like I'm not allowed to defend any of
Well,
my feelings.
you're about to go
That
into
was one
fangirl
of her
mode.
no, that was just one of a peak of her career, so I think she was the right choice for that release. That's all I'm gonna say.
Um, Mulan I thought was a good film. I I wouldn't count her as a Disney princess because she's not a princess, is she? She doesn't really have any royalty in her. I thought it was a good film. I liked Mulan the character. I thought she was a strong female character, and in Disney movies you don't get that
Disney.
much because the princess, the Disney princess for lack of a better term, is relegated to the damsel in distress. But Mulan wasn't, which was good. I liked that. I thought the villains were good. I liked it. I liked it. I think it would be on my top 10, but it's definitely not on my top 5. So, sorry, hon. But
I'm gonna
that's
have to
okay.
apologize for
So, on
different
to
views are what makes this fun.
So on to my number one Disney film. And I have a question for you, hon. Who puts a glad in Gladiator?
Go ahead with that.
Hercules! Yes, Hercules is my favorite Disney film. Now you're probably all saying, really?
That's what
Really?
I'm saying.
Really? A lot of people don't like Hercules. That's fine. You guys can be haters. But Hercules, I loved. Reason number one. Music was awesome. I know the Zero to Hero song down flat. I love the music in that. Go in the Distance. I just liked the Hercules music. The art style was really good, dynamic, different. It kind of looks like old Greco-Roman art style. I liked how the story was told. I liked Hercules as a character, a very nice character, a very believable character, a hero. I thought Meg, although she's not really a Disney princess, that's the one I was asking her about. I thought she was a complex and deep character. Hades was absolutely fun. Um, the pacing was a little bit meh, but putting that all aside, it was a great film. It was just so fun, and that's the key word, fun. I loved it. It was great. Now go ahead, say your piece.
I saw Hercules fairly recently with Andrew, and I may have seen it once when I was younger, around the time it was released, but there's a reason why it was so long between my viewing of it. Just didn't do anything for me. I don't like the art.
Oh,
Um,
oh, here's a knife
yeah,
back.
I yeah, just think it's cheesy.
It's cheesy,
And
but
I don't
but
mean
a
this,
fox and a hound being
and
best
I
friends,
don't
is it?
mean this as offense to you. This is just my personal opinion. The movie just never grasped me like the other Disney movies did. I mean, I had a hard time putting together a top five because I am a big Disney fan, but Hercules was never on my list, and I don't know that it would be within the top 10 either. And I'm not trying to bash it. It's just not for me. That is all.
Okay, well, that is our top 5 Disney movies of all time. Sorry it took us so long to get the video out. Life is busy on our end. We would like to hear your top 5. What are your favorite Disney films? Comment it down below.
Thank you for your predictions too, ahead of us doing the video. Your predictions made like over a month ago because we were supposed to do this video sooner, but life got in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Shit happens.
thank you for your input.
So we're gonna end the video here. We're gonna try to get more videos up when we can. Okay?
Happy keeps getting a picture.
Well, sorry. Anyways, this is Andrew
And Gossip Guru.
saying peace out for now.